I only have a few memories of my childhood in Virginia before moving to Connecticut. But one thing I remember is being taught to be proud of being Black. We had to get full on our mother's pride before going out into a community that really didn't think too highly of Black folks. My siblings and I were taught that white folks were not our friends.
A teacher was given a curriculum, and part of that curriculum contained a play where students performed and reenacted different parts of slavery. And some of the students, particularly a young Black girl, chose the position of being a slave. And you can imagine the pain and the type of violence that this must have triggered for that family. And
in South Carolina, my family worked in the cotton and tobacco fields. The fields were out in front of the house. Folks would get up really early in the morning, around daybreak, and they'd work until 3 or 4 o'clock. My initial experience in school in South Carolina was in a segregated system. Down the road from where we lived, there was a white family, but they went to a different school. But that's just how it was in the South. When I came to New Jersey, moved into what's called the 4th Ward, it was segregated there too. A friend sent me a picture of my mom, and 3 or 4 of her female friends had just been arrested for protesting the segregation, of the school system. And, I've been in Hammond for at least 32 years. The reason I ended up here was because I came to New Haven in a PhD program at Yale in sociology. And one day a friend of mine told me that Hampden was looking for social workers, and I applied. And that's pretty much how I ended up in the Hampden school system.
I was born in New Haven. I lived there until I was around 8 years old. My mom and her husband moved to North Haven. I ended up going to private school. I went to Hampden Hall. So my education experience was different. I never went to public school in North Haven or Hampden. I was always privately educated. So Hampden Hall was not diverse at all. It was predominantly white. I mean, there were a few, Black kids and maybe a couple of Asians. It was all white. Teaching staff was all white. Maintenance staff was all white. Parents Association. I never really had much experience having to deal with, anything that was going on at the public school level. We were kind of sheltered from all that. My mom teaching for public education system pretty much her whole career, choosing to put me in private education. Generally, when we have any conversation about why, it's because we felt it was what was best for you.